All right, guys, going to look at an air conditioning unit. I don't know what's going on. It says it shuts off and then stays off for a couple hours. We're at Garrison Bight Marina. Well, actually, this is Key West Bight Marina. It's owned by the city. And this is Sailfish Dock, right? Sailfish Pier, yep. Okay, let's go. What are you doing?
Good, buddy. What are you working on today? Oh, look, cameraman.
Yeah. You and Pat having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Another 6 months and we'll be back.
Okay.
Coming back in November.
All right, so which way do you think it is? Kingfish or Kingfish?
Kingfish is this way.
Okay.
That's Dolphin down there.
Ah, gotcha. So that's my friend John. He's got down under bottom cleaning service, but he's semi-retired. So he takes off, has a big RV, drives all over the country. Him and his wife, Pat, they have a great time. Yeah, I know. Someday that'll be me. All right, not yet. There we go. Hello? All right. I wish you guys could have seen it, but they wouldn't let us film on board. The air conditioning hose coming off the through hull was full of like 1.5-inch oysters and stuff. So I had to remove all the hoses because you can't use D-scale at that point in time. Now it's all mechanical removal. But we got the hoses off, beat them out, cleaned them out, got flushed, had some bad shutoff valve. I removed that and replumbed it a little bit. And everything's running. The air conditioning's running. They still need a D-scale, so he's going to go put some tablets in the strainer, get that cleaned out, and then he wants a quote. The way the boat's plumbed is a disaster. It's totally wrong. Too long a runs. Anyways, we're going to give him a quote for replumbing it correctly. Yeah, so that one's wrapped up. It was an old boat, and it's in pretty rough shape. We're going to be heading downtown to Conch Harbor. We're going to go hop on a returning client boat and service up an air conditioning that's low on pressure. All right, downtown, got my stuff loaded up, headed over to Conch Harbor. Man, that last call kind of took it out of me. It was so hot down there. I drink some more water. That's an electrolyte in my water too. That seems to help a lot. I've been finding how rough it gets down here during the summertime. You end up just getting home, take a cold shower, well, as cold as you can get. Because remember, our water comes out of the faucet and it's like bath water. So you turn that down as much as you can and it's still warm. Take a shower, rinse off, and then just go sit downstairs and relax in front of the air conditioning. Try to cool off. I usually do a lot of paperwork in the afternoon after I get done with physical calls. Just a few more days and hurricane season arrives. They say it's going to be a humdinger. I don't know where that word came from. Anyways, yeah, I think they said 11 storms and 5 major storms. I don't know if that's going to be correct, but we will see. I'm hoping not. I don't even feel like having to deal with it. It's a total pain in the butt. Hey, how many of you have lived through a major hurricane? How'd that go? Yeah, lots of fun, right? Close up your house, got to bring everything inside, put everything away. Do you leave or do you stay? That's the big question, you know. Down here in Key West, there's been some major hurricanes a long time ago that like wiped out the whole town. I think I've showed you before on the videos over there on the Coast Guard station how many feet high the water got during storm surges, and they have a date for what the hurricane did. And when it happened, the storm surge was 38 feet one time. Well, that's going to take pretty much every building here in Key West, or it's just going to be a gutted shell when they're done. Look at how high the tide is. Holy smokes. It's up to the bottom of the boards. All right, well, let's get down here and go see Bob. I don't know if he's here or not. Ray's around here somewhere. Let me see if I can find him. Okay, here we are. Beautiful MJM, pretty blue color. Returning client, long-term client. One of his AC units has had a leak on it since new, and we've never been able to find the leak. It's a very slow leak. Oh, thank goodness. Bob? Trying to remember the layout of the land. All right. Oh, I think it's behind this door right here. Here it is. Yeah. Oops, cooling right. So I turn this down. All right. Now, here, Ray, you can take that. I think this is your first air conditioning call, isn't it not?
It is.
I don't remember which one's which, so we got to go shut some stuff off. This should be the only one that's left on. I don't remember where the... Okay. Wow, this thing is blowing pretty cold. I'd be surprised if this needs refrigerant. How much do you know about air conditioning? Anything?
A little bit.
Okay, so you got the low side and the high side, right?
Right.
So the low side is suction, which is the blue, and it should be cold. The high side is red, and it should be warm or hot. We are a little bit low for the temperature today, so roughly this should be around 125. That's the low side, and this varies with water temperature, and I can tell that he just descaled his system. He used that. His high pressure side temp is really low, or pressure is low. But the high side should be, or the low side should be a little higher. So this is 410 alpha, so the kegs are pink, so 410 alpha. Anything with a 4 is a blended refrigerant. So it has to go in as a liquid. You can't go in as a gas, because if it puts it in as a gas, you don't know what you're getting, because the refrigerants that are mixed together in here gas off at different rates. So if you put it in, you could be getting only one type of gas and it's going to drive this unit. It's not going to work right. So 410 alpha, 407, 422B, anything with a 4 goes in as a liquid. So you open that up, tip this upside down. Now what I do, you don't have to do this, but I like to do it so I don't pump. So right now there's just a bunch of air in these hoses. So what I usually do is this. There, that bleeds all the air out of there, and now I just have refrigerant in there. And then right here, there's a little sight gauge. You can see the liquid going in. So you can't put it in too fast, because otherwise you'll slug the compressor, because you're putting it in on the low side, because you can't put it in on the high side because it'll never go in, because there's not enough pressure to push the gas in. So you put it on the low side, but the low side, that suction side, is a gas. It's not a liquid. So that's why you got to be careful putting liquid in on the gas side, because the compressor will try to compress that liquid. You can't compress a liquid, so you can slug the compressor. It's not good for them. So you just kind of burp it like this in, and kind of watch your pressures and stuff.
So you slowly just let the liquid.
Yeah, see, watch. And you can see in the gauge the liquid going in. And what happens is the liquid goes in here, goes through this manifold, and it flashes off, and it turns into a gas. But if you leave this on long enough, you will get liquid all the way through your low pressure line into the compressor. Hey, in the front pocket of my bag, there's 2 thermometers, little dial thermometers. Want to grab those for me, please? So what you do with these, first make sure they're both about the same, and they're both about 80. So you take this one, and you can leave it in here. They got a little clip on there. This is output air, and then this is going to be your return air. Put that up in there, and now we'll wait a few minutes, and then what we're going to do is we're going to check the differential temperature from the out air to the return air. You're looking for about 12 to 15 degrees.
Difference.
Yeah. I think there's another. Found it. Let me just shut this off and make sure we're at the right place. Oh, I remember this now. They put in another air conditioning unit, and it is back there. We don't need to worry about that one. Now it's all coming back. He's been a long-time client, and he has had air conditioning problems. And so what they ended up doing was they put another air conditioning unit in the back to do the whole salon. It's a big unit, because he said it was always too warm in here. And I'm just trying to, been like a year since I've seen him, maybe 9 months since he's been here. So he's back now. And what's that one say, Ray? So mine says 38, 12 to 15 degrees. Yeah, we're way good. So what is 60 and 38? So that's 22. Yeah, that's way better than what you would expect. All right, we're done. Easy as that. Let's go get disconnected. Some guys don't like these. I do, because when you disconnect your lines, you can close these valves off on these little stub lines, and that way you don't vent all that gas into an enclosed. Yeah, I can tell when I do it and I don't have these, because I get a sore throat from the Freon. And not to mention, it's not good for you. And if you do too much, it'll kill you, because it pushes all the oxygen out. And that's all he asked us to do. I don't see anything else that looks alarming, so we're going to call this job done. Bob's a pretty cool client. He actually has everything opened up, ready for me to go, clean, and he leaves a roll of paper towels for me to use if I need them. That's A-okay in my book. Hey, look at what I got for you.
What you got?
The guy gave me a big old mutton snapper for fixing his boat.
He did?
Yeah, look at this thing. I think it probably weighs about 17, 18 pounds. Look at that. That'll do a few meals.
That's a beauty.
Yep.
Still dripping.
Yep. Fresh out of the
Nice.
ice. Put it in the fridge, and guess what's for dinner tonight, baby?
Cool.
Mutton snapper.
Love it. That was nice of Ruben.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Ruben. Client just called me, said he just realized that he forgot to put the strainer basket back in. So we have to run back down here and do that for him quick. Otherwise, you might get some weeds sucked up through the system, and that's not good. Truth be told, I was going back anyways, because we give him these client appreciation bags, just some information in there, some paper, pens, koozies, that kind of thing. So I'm going to leave that on the boat for him, and I'll put that strainer back. Since I'm already down here, I can tell you that these clouds, these dark rain clouds coming through here, man, it feels so good when they come over the top of us and block that sun. That sun is just merciless. Oh, here's Dante's swimming pool and bar and stuff. Funny thing is, you rarely ever see anybody get out to go use the restroom. Have to use this to get in. Waiting for the door to open.
The door is open.
She speaks in an English language, or an English accent. I don't know why. Man, it is freezing in here now. Strainer back in, put the lid back on, open that up, let that burp a little bit, air out. There we go. Hand tighten only. Helps if you put some super lube on those O-rings every once in a while. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, we should be good. We'll stay for a second and make sure these... Uh-oh. I'm hoping I didn't lose prime. Uh-oh. I think I lost prime on the pump. And I don't think the pump is down there, so I need to look around. I'm trying to remember where it is. Okay, looks like we're good. All units are on and cooling. It says cool. That says cool active. That's what's good. Let's check this one more time. Yep, cool. Cool active. Okay, good to go. And check this one. Yep, we're good. Okay, we got our prime back. Whew. Why don't you think more people don't use self-priming pumps? Wouldn't that make life so much easier? I'm trying to think if I got everything. Pretty sure I do. Left him a bag. Where did I put my bag? Hang on. Man, I'm losing my mind. Hang on. Where did I leave that bag at? Oh, here it is. There we go.
Well, at 2:30 in the morning, we got a phone call from this sailboat right here. They said they were right outside IHOP. Their motor broke off and they were aground looking for help. 2:30 in the morning, he left me a message. Hopefully he got some help. It looks like he's still sitting there though.
So we were at Publix and my wife found $20 laying on the ground. Picked it up, looked around, we didn't see anybody, and she was picking up some things and I was standing there waiting. An older gentleman was getting excited and there was a Publix guy there trying to help him. They were going through all his stuff and everything, and turns out that I walked up and I had this feeling that it was his money, so I just asked and said, "Hey, did you lose something?" And they're like, "Yeah, I lost 2 tens. Fell out of my pocket." I said, "Oh, well, my wife found it was laying right on the floor over there. Here you go." He shook my hand.